Oh my, it's always a challenge to aim at such a small stool. Once again, well, this time I succeeded. Hi, ladies and gents. Welcome to a new episode of Luck Touchers podcast. Look, I've recently got a new haircut. I made it deliberately for recording this video. You know, my neighbor yesterday bought a new pair of scissors. So today in the morning I went to his flat in order to get my new haircut, but unfortunately I found him being totally harmed. He was lying on the floor and he couldn't stand up, let alone help me to make my haircut. So I took control and I had to make it on my own. And well, you might assess it. I think it's great, isn't it? I think so. By the way, all my neighbors consider me to be kind of role model. As for fashion, I'm unrivaled. It is just my cup of tea. I'm always stylish. Look at my clothing. People usually watch what I'm wearing and then they try to buy the same garments and this kind of I'm a great example for them. And I'm sure tomorrow when I go outdoors I will find a lot of my neighbors around having the same haircut as I have now. Well, great. And guys, probably I think you have already noticed that today not only can you listen to me, not only can you hear my voice, but you're also able to see me. You can watch this episode as you got used to watching your favorite movies. So just take advantage of them. I don't know. Well, you might kneel in front of your screen. You might kiss your screen. Well, probably you have an empty glass. You might put this empty glass next to your screen, and I'll try to fill it up with something. Like I have a kind of magic stick, a wand here. I've never, to be honest, I've never tried it. But well, let's try, and then you might write about what happened, like a new command for my recording, right? Well, there is a list of things that I want to share with you today. I'm quite a forgetful person, so that's why I put them here on a sheet of paper. I have a bad sight, even in my glasses it's difficult to read now. Oh, sorry. Guys, I've recently found that there is another guy on the internet. His name is Luke Thompson. I think he deliberately chose such a name, like to become kind of imposter. It sounds similar to mine. Luck Toucher, Luke Teacher, Teacher Luke. Never mind. So you have to be careful when you are looking for my new product, not to be confused and not to get to his page instead of mine. But by the way, to be honest, I'm what I'm just saying, right? It's not because to be honest, I'm just being jealous. Luke Thompson is a great teacher, and his podcast is amazing. It's tremendous, and it's good, but it's nothing like my one. And we have already agreed with him to amalgamate our services. We are expecting a lot of avid learners of the English language on the internet, and I think Luke by himself cannot cannot create enough product for such a big amount of learners, and I cannot do it. So we decided to merge our services, and I think by the time when there is a crowd of voracious learners trying to download our episodes, well, by this time we will have already merged our services, and you will be able to use either my service or his one, and the only thing you'll have to do is just to press a proper button on your screen. Well, probably you want to know how it works. Yeah, it's the same like if sometimes you visit a kind of sites with explicit content, you have to agree that you have already come to age, yeah, and if you are still under age, you're not allowed. And here is going to be the same button where you have to answer if you are sober or not. And if you are sober, you will send to Luke's podcast, and if you are drunk, you're welcome. And you know, even in case, if you're just kind of a bit tipsy, that's okay. You might press this button and enjoy my product. But if you are totally hammered and you cannot stand up and you cannot press this button and your sight is blurred and you cannot see anything on a screen, well, you have just to wait a bit, and you will be sent to my page automatically. Delicious, great. Well, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I want to tell you a piece of advice how to use my product. You've been listening to me, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 minutes already, and you probably have noted that my English stinks, yeah, and I claim that you have a great opportunity to improve your own skills in English listening to me, and you probably say, this guy is nuts. How can he claim such stupid things? Yeah, it's true. I'm a bit nuts. But anyway, my podcast works. But you have to learn some rules how to use it properly. It works on the principle of elimination. It's a process of elimination. When you have to choose the right answer among a lot of options and you don't know which one is definitely right, you can try to get rid of all the wrong ones. And finally you will have the one left which is definitely right. Yeah? And that's how my system works. The more you listen to me, the more inappropriate options you learn, and then the only thing you have to do is to forget everything you have heard and stay with just one right answer. Yeah. So the more you listen to me, the better your English is becoming. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, now I want to share with you something about my life. I'm accustomed to having a swig of alcohol every morning. It charges me with energy. Well, it makes me tick. Yeah. And several days ago, No sooner had I opened my eyes, I stretched my hand and took a bottle, and I made a gulp, and then I realized that it was the wrong bottle, and I swallowed kind of paint, a stain. There's a special liquid that you put on wood to color it. So I'm a craftsman, and sometimes I do some things of the wood, and I have several bottles of such things, different varnish, different paints, stains. And when I realized that I swallowed the wrong thing, I felt something bad in my stomach. All my gullet was kind of burning, it was like in the fire. And then I called for a doctor, and they came, and they found me being unable to speak, to move, and then they told me that I had to go to the hospital, but I live on the 5th floor, and it would have been very difficult to deliver me downstairs. So they decided to open the window and throw me out, and then they told me, just, no worry, guy, we are doctors, and even if you break something, break your leg, maybe your head, your neck, we will help you. We have plaster cast here. We have a stretcher. We might put you on the stretcher and then throw you into our car and get you to the hospital. Well, and then they took me and threw me out, and I landed on the ground like a bag of bag of shrimps. Shrimps, shrimps. A shrimp is a sea creature. It's pink. It's curved. It's very tasty, and shrimps are always sizzling on the frying pan, they beckon into you, asking you to join them there. And when you look at them, they're beaming, and once they succeeded, once they persuaded me to join them, and I just jumped into the frying pan. It was painful. I got such a very big swallowed part, a big blister on my left buttock, and next morning I couldn't. I couldn't put on my trousers, so I had to snip out just a big part of my pants, and then just after that I was able to put on my trousers and went and I left for a walk, and funnily enough, in the evening I found a lot of my neighbors wearing the same trousers. As I told you at the beginning of our podcast, that I am kind of a role model, and everyone wants to be similar, wants to wear the same thing like I do. Yeah, it's fantastic. To be such a prominent people, it's great. Oh, sorry. Guys, probably you think before recording my episode, I probably should have greased my door, you know, hinges on my door, and you probably think this sound goes from my door. Yeah, it's nothing of the sort. I probably, well, will soon have to grease something else instead. Sorry. I cannot help it, really. I don't know what to do. Well, and you know, I've a bit digressed. You know, coming back to the story, when I was thrown out and landed as a bag of shrimps on the ground, it was very painful. I remember, but you know, let's look at the bright side. Yeah, on the bright side, I got some new bruises. I got my nose swollen. I got some new scars, and yeah, I became even more attractive. And after that, a lot of pretty women surrounded me and started to prance around me, waving their hips, trying to seduce me, you know. Yeah, it's a great feeling when you feel yourself like a star, you know. Well, and then doctors put me on their stretcher and delivered me to a hospital. But you know, they confused. Maybe like every people in our country, they are used to drinking some liquids that that can make their minds blood, and they're confused. They mixed up buildings and they delivered me to a school instead. It was the next building to the hospital, and then they thrown me into the classroom, and it was kind of a coincidence that the teacher was out. Yeah, maybe he also make a swig of alcohol and made a swig of alcohol, yeah, and he was singing, lying under the fir behind the school. Yeah, I remember I could hear this faint voice someone was singing. Well, but you know, children were very happy to find me being their new teacher. They immediately noticed that I wasn't kind of on the ball. Yeah, I wasn't full of beans, and they started to kidding me, and they took chalk. You know, it's a quite of white substance that we draw something with blackboard. Maybe in modern countries people don't remember such things. Their parents probably used to use such things, but here we still use it. Well, and they crammed all this stuff, all this chalk into my mouth, and to the point when I couldn't breathe, and I choked, and I brought up all this stuff. Yeah, you know, and then I felt much better. All this stain also came out, and well, after that, I appeared to be a teacher there, and I had to give them a lesson. Well, then I went into the library, took some books, and well, because I even didn't know what to say, I decided first to read up on the topic, and it was very difficult to assimilate information. And then I remembered that I had read somewhere that in order to make information, to take in the information easier, you have to do something with your pages. It all boils down to the contrast. Yeah, when you are reading black letters on the white page, it doesn't work. And if your page is a bit yellow, you might absorb information much better. And then I went to the toilet, and then I opened this textbook, and I urinated on them. And this was a way how to make it better, how to make it yellow. And then after that I started to read, and I immediately acquired the language. Now I can speak English, yeah. And then I went back to the class and started to teach my students. Well, this is kind of it's a tip for you, yeah. How to quickly acquire the language, yeah. It's a way. It really works, yeah. I've tried it. I pledge that if you try it, it will work. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, what's next? And then I found myself being able to teach everyone. I felt like obliged to bring my knowledge to people, and well, probably if you need a piece of advice, and wherever you are, where they are standing in queue or sitting going somewhere by bus, you might just turn ahead and find me being next to you, and ask me for advice. And well, I'm always willing to answer, to help you. And I know everything, I'm everywhere. I'm kind of ubiquitous. I'm omnipresent, and like an agent, a special agent 007. I might say, I'm everywhere. And even if you don't ask me, I will share my knowledge with you. And even you are shouting at me, just shut up and get lost, I wouldn't stop. I feel that you need this information, but you just don't know yet. Yeah, and I will write, and I will tell. I will carry on teaching you anyway. Oh, sorry. Oh. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Probably you're interested in what's going on. It's a louse. I just caught a louse. Look at my hair. I'm not only a teacher. I'm also a farmer. Yeah, I breed animals. It's a kind of meadow. Yeah, it's a meadow full of grass, full of flowers, and this tiny cattle is grazing here. Yeah, and sometimes I catch them and eat. That's why I don't remember when I last time bought something to eat in the shop. I don't need it anymore. I have my own food. It's always here. If I hunger, I just just pull my arm and take a louse. And, delicious, great. Yeah, I'm kind of a farmer, and it's my livestock. Well, probably you might think that I'm just nobody. Just jack of all trades, master of none. I'm dabbling here, I'm dabbling there, I'm teaching, I'm recording this podcast, I'm farming, I'm flying like a bag of shrimps. This is probably one of the best things that I can do in my life. But there is just my own field, my own realm, where I'm the best person ever. I'm unrivaled here, and that's. Oh, I'm sorry. that is farting. I'm the best fart ever. Yeah, and why I'm bold enough to claim such things? It. The roots of this history is started long ago, when I was a child. Yeah, probably I even wasn't born. Yeah, I was in my mother's uterus, in my mother's belly. Yeah, and I was kidnapped by aliens, and I don't know why. Probably, everyone needs something to live. Yeah, we need water and something to eat, and they maybe cannot live without consuming gas that goes out of our body. And they installed a special device into my stomach that turn everything I swallow into beans. Yeah, it works as if I were eating beans only. Yeah, whatever I eat, it goes down my gullet. It appeared here in this device, and then goes down to my stomach, to my bowels, as beans, and my body digests this stuff, and then it comes out. Then it comes out as like a solid waste, and the side effect of all this is gases. I'm sorry. I fart quite often. I cannot help it. Just imagine if you were eating only beans and nothing else. But it's I'm a great fart, and people appreciate it really. All my friends, they're mostly vagrants, homeless people. When I visit them, they're absolutely happy, because they know when I come into them, not only I might bring in a bottle of a wand, a bottle of something, plonk, it's kind of, you name it, plonk, cheap wine, it's their favorite drink, and I also bring along this great, atmosphere. Just they're sitting in their tents, they're chilling, they're unhappy, and when I appear there, they start to blossom. They start to, just imagine this warm cover, this warm blanket is covering them, and they feel it very snug. It's cozy. It adds a lot to the ambience of this room, and that's why maybe they like very much when I come to see their play. Oh, sorry. Unfortunately you cannot feel it because you have to smell, but this camera cannot send this smell to you. But there is there is one way how I can prove that I'm the best fart ever. Oh, sorry. Yesterday with my neighbor, my ward neighbor, we were playing with a whistle. We were playing some sports activities. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. And accidentally I swallowed a whistle. I swallowed it, and I don't know, my device that is in my body didn't turn it into beans. I don't know why, maybe because it's not edible, it's not a piece of food. And it went to my bowels, to my guts, and then it kind of, usually, you know, things go through our body and then come out, but this whistle, got stuck, and it's still, I'm sorry, and it's still there, and sometimes you can hear this voice, this sound, probably I have to grease it eventually, right? It's becoming painful, probably I have to stop now. I have to wave you goodbye, see you next time, put your comments, and bye. Oops, sorry.